Modern home buyers scroll through digital property listings at blinding speeds. A home typically has only a fraction of a second to make an impression before a buyer swipes past it and never looks back. The core limitation of standard ground-level real estate photography is its narrow focus. It captures the physical structure of the house but removes the surrounding world from the frame. This creates contextual blind spots. A buyer looking at a ground-level photo is left guessing about what sits immediately outside the camera's view. They can't tell if the house borders a noisy street or if the yard is cramped. These visual unknowns introduce psychological friction, making buyers hesitate when they don't have the full picture. In a hyper-fast digital market, a lack of immediate visual context translates into a loss of buyer confidence, which frequently leads to a lost sale. Take a recent property in Plymouth, Massachusetts. It featured a solid layout, yet the listing was underperforming because the ground-level presentation failed to convey the property's true setting. Standard cameras missed the most valuable assets: 2 ponds within walking distance and a network of wooded trails tucked directly behind the neighborhood. Drone photography serves as a strategic information tool to solve this. It systematically expands the perspective to eliminate those buyer blind spots. By trading these unknowns for absolute clarity, a listing can effectively neutralize buyer hesitation before they even schedule a showing. That clarity begins with a slight elevation shift. Moving the camera up just 20 feet places the perspective directly above the roofline. At this height, structural elements like the condition of the shingles, gutters, and chimney become immediately visible. This creates a shift towards structural transparency. The buyer's focus moves toward the actual physical health of the building. Providing unedited visual proof of the home's exterior condition addresses the buyer's inherent fear of hidden maintenance costs. This 20-foot perspective establishes the property as a verified, well-maintained asset, grounding the listing's aesthetic appeal in structural reality. Increasing the altitude to 50 feet widens the perspective enough to encompass the entire property line. This overhead view maps out the complete spatial geometry of the lot, showing exactly where the property begins and ends. This angle clarifies lifestyle unknowns by identifying usable yard space, fence lines, and the natural privacy buffers protecting the home. The buyer begins calculating the value of the land itself, weighing the privacy of the tree line and the utility of the yard as primary assets. At 50 feet, the drone eliminates spatial ambiguity, turning an abstract acreage number on a listing sheet into concrete, usable value. The final elevation jump takes us to a macro-level altitude, presenting a sweeping view of the entire surrounding neighborhood. This perspective reveals the assets previously hidden in the Plymouth case study: 2 nearby ponds and the wooded trails leading toward the coastline. This reveal allows buyers to map their future daily routines onto the geography, identifying exactly where they would access the water or the local paths. By linking the property to its environment, high-altitude imagery helps buyers envision their life within the broader community, shifting the focus from the structure to the lifestyle it enables. The impact of adding drone imagery to the Plymouth listing was immediate. Online clicks, saves, and physical showings spiked sharply once the aerial context was available. Replacing contextual friction with visual transparency accelerates the buyer's decision-making timeline, leading to more confident offers. High-altitude context drives up the perceived financial value of the home, proving that aerial imagery is a strategic economic tool. Presenting a home with this level of transparent care signals to buyers that the property is a premium offering worth a higher price point. Realtor Lou Corcoran at Better Living Real Estate utilizes this strategic aerial advantage to optimize listing preparation and ensure every feature is visible. In a crowded real estate market, providing this level of visual perspective is a high-impact strategy for sellers aiming to secure top-dollar results.